Well, welcome back to another game of On-Base Baseball. My name is Brian Hafferkamp, and I'm the designer and creator of On-Base. In this game, we're going to be playing the game number 3 of the 2023 season using our new projected 2023 projected roster sheets, which you can see here. I've got those off to the side. Game 1 went to the Braves, 3-2. Game 2, I have here. Game 2 is a 6-3 win by the Braves as well. Had a 2-run homer here by Austin Riley. He had 3 RBIs in the game. He was one for 3 with a couple of walks, 3 RBIs, a home run. Definitely played very well. Spencer Strider, 7 innings, 8 Ks, no walks, only 5 hits. Did give up 3 runs, and then Matzik came in for a 2-inning save. So that was a good game. Played very well. Josiah Gray started for the Nats and didn't do well. 3 2/3 innings, 4 runs, 4 hits, 5 walks in under 4 innings. So wasn't a good start for him, but they did get good relief work from Troop. What's his name? Alex Troop. And Finnegan came in for a couple of innings and also pitched well. So just didn't get a good start for the Nats. I realized I was using an old, an old version of the Game Engine chart. So here's the new one with the splits on it. They're not traditional splits. They're just they're there to kind of massage and manipulate, make sure that we hit the numbers a little bit better than the chart that I was using. So maybe we'll have a little more varied and better results here. So we'll see. Okay, let's go through the Braves lineup. It's Acuna leading off, playing right field. Albies at second. Michael Harris, the second, is in center, batting third. Austin Riley, the third baseman, is hitting cleanup. Olson is at first. Murphy catching in this game. He'll be hitting sixth. Darno is going to do the DHing. I expect this to, I expect this to happen a little bit throughout the year. Arcia is going to be playing in place of Vaughn Grissom, who started the first 2 games. And Jordan Luplow is going to give Eddie Rosario a day off in left. Not as good. Well, he's a better player than Eddie. Not Eddie traditionally, but Eddie last year. And they're certainly projecting him out to be better this year. They've got another guy, Sam Hilliard, I believe they got from the Rockies, so he can play all 3 positions in the outfield as well. So trying to shore that up just in case Eddie falters in left. And pitching for the Braves is going to be the old man, Charlie Morton, one more season, and hopefully he can get off to a good start. He's been a little bit of a slow starter the last couple of years. For the Nats, it's going to be Thomas in right field, CJ Abrams at short, Meneses DHing in this game, as opposed to batting first or playing first. It'll be Dominic Smith at first. Candelario is at third base. He's batting fifth. Ruiz, the catcher, is going to be hitting sixth. Luis Garcia is at second base. Corey Dickerson is in left. I think in the last time I recorded this, I said it was he had played for the Braves. I don't think Corey Dickerson did. Alex Dickerson did, so I was give that little correction. And then Robles is playing center field. Okie doke. So I pulled this lineup essentially off of a website somewhere, Bleacher Report or something that had all the projected opening day lineups. So I don't know that much about the Nationals, honestly. I remember Meneses. I know about CJ Abrams. I remember a couple of these other guys. I know about Dom Smith from his days in New York. So I know them, but I don't know how they're all going to fit together. They're projecting going out to get someone like an Adam Duvall who can play probably this position here and left and add a little pop. So we'll see if that happens. Okay, Atlanta at Washington. This is game number 3 of the 2023 season. I'll try not to cough too much in your face. And we are ready to go. Morton will be pitching out of the second column. Gore is also going to be pitching out of the second column, so that makes it sort of easy at the beginning. All right, a 45 to a 31, and that's going to be a leadoff jack. Acuna is a 31, and under the 30 column, a 45 is a home run. And so Acuna, on the first pitch that he sees, greets the young Mackenzie Gore with a home run to left center field. And welcome to the NL East, young man. So the Braves are up 1-0. Mackenzie Gore, the left-hander, young left-hander that they got in the Soto trade, is pitching. So 25 to Albies. I hope that it happens like that. I hope that if he gets a chance, then that's what Ronald does to him. Albies a 25, and that's going to be a fly ball out to center field. Let's go ahead and do a check on the error. No error on the play. So the center fielder is Robles. He's under it and makes the catch for out number 1. 1 down, Michael Harris to the plate. They're projecting Harris out at 16 batting runs and a 10 on defense. So a couple of premier defensive players in Murphy and Harris for the Braves. And then a lot of, good but not great defenders. 12. A 12 is going to be a ground out all day. So that's going to be a 4-3 on the put out. So that's out number 2. As Harris grounds out to the second baseman, Garcia brings up Austin Riley to the plate. Here's a 66 for Riley. A 66 is going to be a base knock, and that's right down the left field line. Gets it past the third baseman. Candelario can't get to it, and they get it into second before Riley can take second. This is going to be another grounder. This is right back to the pitcher as Olson hits it off the end of the bat. And we're going to go 1-3 on the put out. That's out number 3. The Braves do get 1 on the Ronald Acuna home run, greeting Mackenzie Gore to the 2023 season. Leading off in the Nats against Morton is going to be Thomas, Abrams, and Meneses. 35 to a 4 is going to be a strikeout, and Charlie gets him on the strikeout swing. Got his curveball working early, and C.J. Abrams stands in. Here's a 56 to -4. That's also going to be a strikeout. So back-to-back strikeouts for Charlie Morton, and that brings up Joey Meneses. 2 down in the bottom of the first inning. A 34. 34, 4, and 11 is going to be either a home run or a K if the D10 is an 8 or more, and it's not. And Joey Meneses welcomes Charlie Morton to the season. He says, anything that Acuna can do, I can do better. And so he takes Charlie Morton deep. And just like that, we have a tie ball game. Dom Smith stands in. You know, if anything's going to happen for the Nats, at least at this point, it's going to be through the bat of Meneses. This is going to be a fly out. This goes out to right center field. The right fielder is Acuna. He drifts over, and he'll make the play in right center for out number 3. But Washington does get back on the board, or they get on the board and tie the game at 1. For the Braves, it's going to be Murphy, d'Arnaud, and Arcia in the top of the second inning. A 36. 36 is, that's going to be a fly ball. That's straightaway left field. No problem out in left for Dickerson as he makes the out for out number 1. Travis d'Arnaud stands in. An 8 batting runs is what they project him out to be. He's usually in that 8 to 10 territory. There's a 22 to an 8. Actually, it's going to turn into a double here. You can see off of Gore's. So it normally would have been a triple, but instead that's a double. So into dead center. One hops the wall, and d'Arnaud with the laser beam doubles to center field, and he's standing at second base for Orlando Arcia. Arcia is the backup option, I believe. We'll see who comes out of spring training as the starting shortstop, but I think we're all expecting Arcia to be the utility player on the infield, and we're expecting Grissom to be the starting shortstop. So hopefully that is how it plays out. Got a 13 here. 13 is going to be a ground ball. That goes to second base. So that's good enough to move the runner over. And we'll go 4-3 on the put out. 2 down now. Jordan Luplow with his first opportunity to knock in a run. And let's see what he's got here. 56 for a player with 5 batting runs. That's going to be a strikeout. And Luplow goes down swinging as Gore gets him to end the inning. Gore bore down there with a runner at third and 2 out and kept the Braves from scoring. It's 1-1 as we head to the bottom of the second inning. For the Nats, it'll be Candelario, Ruiz, and Garcia. This is going to be a ground out. Right back to the pitcher. Charlie Morton stands his ground, scoops, fires to first, and that's going to be out number 1. Ruiz, the young catcher, there's a 22. 22, that's going to be the same thing that happened with Gore. A double that gets laced to right field. And Ruiz is standing at second base for Luis Garcia. Garcia 1 out. He's projected out to be just above average, a little above average with his batting runs. 35. 35 to a 1 is going to be a strikeout. So Charlie gets him looking, freezes him. He was looking for that big hook, and he gets the fastball. And that's out number 2. Runner still at second base at 34. This could be trouble. So we got a 34 here and a 34 to a 0. That's going to be ripped for a double down the right field line. Rolling all the way to the wall. Acuna gets it and throws it in. But Dickerson is going to be standing at second base. And that's going to be an RBI double. That puts the Nats up 2-1 in this Sunday getaway day. Victor Robles. 35 for Robles. He's way over here. That's going to be a strikeout. And Charlie gets him looking to end the inning. So Morton with the strikeout pitch working, but he has given up 2 runs in 2 innings. So let's see how that plays out for the entirety of the game. We got an 11. That's going to be a strikeout for Magor. Maybe that should be his name, Magor, his little nickname. All right, he's going to get Acuna looking, and he comes back strong after giving up the first inning home run to Acuna. 1 down, and Ozzie Albies to the plate of 44. This could be something for Albies. Let's see, what is he at 14? That's going to be a walk for Ozzie as he goes down to first. He's on base for the first time. His speed is just a 5, so we're not going to steal at the moment with him. A 26 for Harris. Let's see, a 26 is nothing here. So a 26 for Harris is a single with an error check. So we're going to give him the single. Albies is going to go here. And let's check for the error. It's a single to right field. No error on the play. And with Riley and Olsen coming to the plate, we're just going to leave them there. So first and second with 1 out. And this could be a ground out. That goes to the second baseman. So we assume the out at second base. So that's a fielder's choice. He's going to go there on the fielder's choice. So we assume the out 4-6 at second. Harris is going to be out. And let's roll against Riley's number. A 1-3, he's safe at first, and he's going to beat it out. So that's going to be 4-6 on the put out for the fielder's choice. Still gives the Braves hope here, first and third with 2 outs now. First and third, 2 down. Matty Olson with a chance to tie the ball game. 35 35 to a 31 is going to be a walk. So Olson keeps the inning alive as Gore, with his second walk of the day, loads the bases with 2 outs and a dangerous Sean Murphy to the plate. 15, this could be really good for the Braves. 15 is going to be a ground out. Oh, if he was a worse player, it would have been really nice. So that's going to be a grounder to the second baseman. And the second baseman, Garcia, just gets to it, flips it over to first base, and that's going to be out number 3. So the Braves load the bases, but they can't get anyone in. McCore doing a good job pitching around everybody there. From now on, he's going to be known as McGord to me. Top of the order for the Nats, it's going to be Thomas, Abrams, and Meneses. 56 to a 4. 56 to a 4 is going to be a K, and Charlie gets another strikeout there. This time looking. Second strikeout of the day for Lane Thomas, and that's going to be out number 1. So it's what, 3, 4, 5 Ks in the first 2 and a third innings. There's a 55. It's going to be a line out or some sort of foul. Foul out. Let's see. Foul out if it's 6 or greater. It's not, so it's going to be a liner. And it'll be a line drive to the left fielder. So we'll say a liner to 7. 2 down now as Abrams hits it hard, but he hits it right at the left fielder, Luplow, who makes the play out there. This is going to be a ground out to the first baseman. Olson snags it, takes a couple steps to his right. He pitches it, and that's going to be out number 3 as Morton steps on the bag before the runner gets there. Meneses not particularly fast. So 3 up, 3 down. Go the Nats in the third. They still lead 2-1 as we head to the top of the 4th inning. It'll be at the bottom of the order for the Braves: d'Arnaud, Arcia, and Luplow. 56 to an 8 is going to be a K, and d'Arnaud goes down swinging as Gore gets him on the slider. And that's going to be out number 1. Arcia to the plate. Arcia grounded to short his first time. This time he's going to suffer the same fate as d'Arnaud, but he gets caught looking on a fastball in the corner. Doesn't really like the call, but the ump says that's where it was. So 2 up, 2 down, and Jordan Luplow, and look at this, 3 in a row as he gets Luplow swinging over the top of the slider, and that's going to be a 1-2-3 inning as he comes up and strikes out the side. McGore doing it to it. He leads 2-1 as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. The Nats are going to send up the middle of the order: Dom Smith, Candelario, and the catcher Ruiz. 14 is going to be a hit by pitch or a walk if it's a 2 or greater. So that's going to be a walk. And Dom Smith is on for the first time. He's at first base, no threat to steal. Candelario 0 for 1. He grounded back to the pitcher's first at bat. 45, if he were a better hitter, this would be more troubling, but as it is, it's going to be a fly out. And that goes to right field. So down the right field line is Acuna. He gets right to the line. He makes the catch about halfway to the wall, and Smith scampers back to first. Runner at first now with 1 out. Ruiz, who doubled home, or was doubled home. The RBI should go here, not there. So he was doubled home by Dickerson, but this time he comes up with the man on base. 46. 46 to a 4 is going to be a double play or a strikeout. And look at that, right to first base. We're going to go 1 to 6. I'm sorry, 3, 6, 3 on the double play. So we get the fielder's choice here for number 2. Bing, bang, boom. And that's going to be out of the inning. So the Nats get 1 on, but hit into a inning-ending double play. And Morton gets exactly what he needs there. This is going to be Acuna Jr. We're We're at 19 is the stamina for Mackenzie Gore. He's at 18 starting this inning, so we'll be looking. He'll have to pitch here this inning, and then if he comes out again, he'll have to pitch down. So we'll see how that goes for the Nats. All right, we got a 16. That's going to be a fly ball. That's to left field. So Ronald gets under it, trying to go yard again, and he just misses. That's going to be a fly ball to left. The left fielder is Dickerson, and he squeezes it for out number 1. Albies is 0 for 1. He singled. He got as far as third base last time, but couldn't score. 36 to a 14 is going to be a fly ball, and that goes to somebody. That goes to straightaway left. So busy inning out in left field for Dickerson as he makes the catch for out number 2. Michael Harris III, he singled in his last at bat. And this is a possibility for good as he hits another base hit. This one to the right center field gap. That's going to be a single. Harris now 2 for 3. Austin Riley to the plate. Riley's 1 for 2 with a base knock. 44 to Riley is going to be a double play or a strikeout, and that time he gets the K as McCord gets out of that inning. I'm telling you, that's his new name, McCord. So the Braves go down. They get 1 on, but they can't move them over. And so we are headed to the bottom of the 5th inning, and it's going to be the bottom of the order. Garcia, Dickerson, and Robles for the Nats. A 34 to a 1 is going to be a double. Look at that. So that one gets stroked to left center field as Garcia sends it on the line, and he'll be in there with a double to lead off the inning. Dickerson, who doubled home the catcher Ruiz in his last at bat, he comes up here. This is going to be a fly out, I believe. So it's a fly ball to right field, and we'll say F9 on that. Garcia, not a strong runner, so he's going to stay. Acuna, a very strong thrower. And that brings up Robles to the plate. Robles is going to make an out. And that's going to be a line out or a foul out if it's a 5. It is a 5, so we're going to say a foul out to not 1. Okay. Well, who knows? We fouled out. We'll say fouled out to the catcher. I don't have a proper foul out chart. I should probably put that on here. So he fouls out, pops it up to the catcher. That's what we're going to say. And that's going to be 2 down as Robles, not the greatest run producer in the history of Nationals baseball. Lane Thomas stands in. A 34. This could be a chance, though, for them to add on to their lead. A 34 to a 4 is going to be a double as he hits one deep to center field, and that one bangs off halfway up the wall. Harris plays it well out there, but he's going to glide into second base with a double. With 2 outs, score easily from second base. And doubles abound in this game for the Nationals as they take a 3-2 lead, or 3-1 lead. 16 is going to be a fly ball. That goes out to right center field, but Harris is going to glide over and make the catch, and that is going to be out number 3. But not before the Nationals put another run on the board in the bottom of the 5th inning against Charlie Morton. Morton's given up 3 in 5 innings, and we are headed to the top of the 6th inning. With the lead, the Nats are going to leave McGore out there, and he is going to be pitching out of this column now. Charlie Morton could go 25, so he's at 18, 19, 20, so he's still strong for the Braves. 12 is going to be a ground ball, and that's going to be to the second baseman. So we'll go 4-3 on the putout, and Olson grounds out to begin the 6th inning for the Braves. Braves down 3-1 in this one. Sunday getaway game. Beautiful afternoon in Washington, D.C. And this is going to be Murphy with a ground out as well. That's to the third baseman, Candelario. Candelario with a strong throw to first gets Murphy at first and brings up the catcher d'Arnaud. 3 straight ground outs. This one's going to go to the second baseman again as they pepper the infield, and the Nats are up to the challenge. And that's a 1-2-3 inning for McGore. If he came out again, he would be pitching out of this column here. I think we'll have to bring in someone new for the 7th inning. But he has pitched extremely well in this one, giving up only 1 run, the solo home run to Acuna to lead off the game. For the Nats, it's going to be Manasseh Smith and Candelario. 23 for Manasseh is going to be a ground out. That's going to go to the second baseman, Albies. Is it an error? It is not an error. So Albies scoops it, gets it over to Olson, and that's going to be out number 1. Manasseh's retired for the 2nd time. He is 1 for 3 with a home run, though, in this game for the Nats. Dominic Smith is 0 for 1. He walked in his last at bat. He is going to Charlie Morton's still here. So he's gonna, it's either a walk or a walk or hit by pitch. It's a walk. So for the 2nd time in the game, Smith is standing at first base via the walk. Brings up Candelario. Candelario 0 for 2. A 36, 2 of 6 is going to be a fly ball. And that fly ball goes out to dead center field. Sorry, left center field. And Mike Harris is going to make the play out there. That's out number 2. Runner goes back to first base, and Ruiz stands in. He's got a double and a run scored. He's 1 for 2. He didn't do a double play his last at bat. 44 to a 4th. That's going to be a base knock this time. And that's a base hit right up the middle. That's going to send the runner to third base with 2 outs. 2 down, runners at the corners, and an opportunity for Luis Garcia. Garcia is a 1, and that's going to be back-to-back singles. That puts 1 more run on the board for the Nats. And round they go. As Garcia, nice day. A double, a single, and an RBI and a run scored. He's going to go to third base. That's Ruiz, the catcher. Really trying to get Charlie through this inning. See if he could just get the out. 46, 2 down, runners at the corners again. This will be Corey Dickerson. Dickerson, that's going to be a double play or a strikeout as Charlie gets him swinging for 1 last strikeout, and that's going to end the inning. But the Nats put up 1 more in the 6th. They lead this one 4-1 heading into the 7th inning. Let's go ahead and find a new pitcher for Washington. Let's see if we can do that. Don't really know. So I sort of go by the game started. All right. Sorry about that. We had a little power failure in the house for a brief moment. Power's back on, so no worries. And we are going to go with Carl Edwards Jr., right-handed pitcher for the Nats. They're projecting him out as a 3.94, which puts him in this column here. So instead of dipping all the way down here, we're back to this column. So it should be a better option for the Nats. Mackenzie Gore pitched excellently in this game. He goes. Sorry about that. I think we got some strong winds outside. We'll try to finish the game before the storm blows in. And Edwards, a 3.94. He'll be pitching out of this column here. Mackenzie McGore goes 6 innings. Gives up only the 1 run. The home run to Acuna Jr. We'll figure out all that at the end. We're probably going to get a new pitcher for the Braves as well. He'll be coming against the bottom of the inning, or bottom of the order. So Edwards is going to be facing off against Arcia, Luplow, and Acuna. Top of the 7th inning, Braves need a rally. They're down 4-1 to the Nats. 35 to a -2. That's going to be a strikeout as Edwards comes in and gets Arcia looking, and that's going to be out number 1. Arcia hoping and praying that that one was a ball, but it wasn't. And so he is down for the first out. Luplow, a couple of strikeouts in this game, starting in left field for Eddie Rosario. There's a 14 to a 5. That's going to be hit by pitch or walk. So Luplow takes the walk. He gets on base for the first time. Still hasn't hit the ball into fair territory. So see how that goes for him in this game. 26 is nothing here. And so a 26 to Acuna. Yeah, it's going to be a fly ball with an error check. So that's down the left field line. Left fielder is Dickerson, and he'll make the play. He's a negative fielder, so 1 or 2 would have been an error. But as it is, he makes the catch in left. When you roll that D10 dice, if it's anything other than a 1 or a 2, there's no need to really check and see if that was going to be an error or not. It's not ever going to be an error unless it's at least a 2 or at most a 2. So fly ball to left. Luplow is going to hold. And we got 2 down with 1 on, and Ozzie Albies to the plate. 25 is probably going to be some sort of out. That's another fly ball with an error check. So that time it goes out to left center, and it's Dickerson again. This time we get a 7, and he's going to make the play in left center, and that's out number 3. So down go the Braves in the 7th inning, and they are running out of outs against the Nationals. I'm going to get a new pitcher here. So let's see who we can bring in here. I think this would be a really good spot for this is the last of the pitchers, and this is the middle. This is going to be a really good spot for Dylan Lee. So let's do that. Lee is projected out to be a 311 FIP. He is a lefty, and we're going to put him in here. He's going to be facing off against Robles, Thomas, and Abrams. 55 is going to be a line out or a foul out. It's a foul out, and we'll call that a foul out to the first baseman. That'll be out number 1. Lane Thomas, 45 to a 4, and that'll be a fly ball. That goes out to left center field. In left field is Luplow. Hustles over, and he makes the catch in left center on the run, and that's going to be out number 2. C.J. Abrams, the shortstop, is 0 for 3. Flied out to center in his last at bat. 25, that's going to put him... that's going to be a fly ball with an error check, so that goes out to Luplow. Luplow makes the play yet again, and that's going to be the 3rd out of the inning. So that's going to be 3 up, 3 down. Nice inning for Dylan Lee as he comes in relief of Charlie Morton, and he sets down the Nats. We head to the top of the 8th inning, and it's Nationals 4, Braves 1. Let's leave Edwards out there for 1 more inning. That's a terrible looking 6. Leave him out there for 1 more inning. He's gone 4 batters. He can go 5 before he starts to tire. This is going to be a 56. 56 to a 16. That's going to be a hit by pitch. So Edwards hits Harris with the pitch. Sends him down to first base. Let's go ahead and steal second just because we can. And he is in there, the stolen base. He's our best stolen base threat. So we got a runner in scoring position now for Austin Riley. There's a 26. 26 to Riley is going to be a single as he hits one up the middle. Harris goes to third. Let's try to score him from second. See if we can put some pressure. And an 8 is out at home. So how about that? So we're going to go, it was hit to left center. So we're going to go 7-2 on the out. And that's out number 1. Riley stays at first base, and boy, nothing going right for the Braves in this one. At 12 is going to be a ground out, but that's going to be a little tapper to third base. Only play is to first base, and we're going to go 5-3 on the put out, so that's out number 2. As Olson gets the runner to second, but costs him an out. 44, this is the catcher Murphy. My name is Murphy. It's going to be a walk to Sean Murphy. Any child of the 90s is going to get that movie reference. d'Arnaud stands in an 11. That's going to be a K from Edwards as he gets d'Arnaud swinging. And that's out number 3. That gets the Nats out of the inning. Having given up no runs, big play here where Michael Harris, the second, steals second, gets thrown out trying to score on a single to left field. Big play there from Dickerson. Let's leave Lee out there. He can be a 2-inning guy, so don't mind that. 26 to an 11. Lee is here out of this first column, so that's going to be a K for him as he gets Meneses swinging. Meneses down for the third time is 1 for 4 with a home run. There's a 26. I don't know what that was. But 26 to Dom Smith is going to be another strikeout. We'll just call it a strikeout swing as well. So 2 down, 2 strikeouts for Dylan Lee, who's come in and pitched very well for the Braves. He's been a delightful surprise the last couple of seasons. So here's a 14. 14 to a 6 is a hit. Oh, well, it's going to be a walk, I guess. So going down to first base is Candelario. That's his first time touching first. And this is going to bring up Ruiz. Ruiz is 2 for 3. Nice day for him with a run scored. He singled in his last at bat, but he's going to ground out here. And that goes to the second baseman. So we'll say 4-3 on the put out as the second baseman, Albies, flings it over to Olson. And that will be the end of the 8th inning. One more chance for the Braves. And let's go ahead and bring in somebody for the Nats. Somebody who looks like they could be a closer. Who does that look like? Finnegan is the obvious choice. Because I don't recognize any of these other guys. So we're going to bring in Kyle Finnegan. Hopefully he can shut the door for the Nats. I am not hoping that he can shut the door. Finnegan, big right-hander, stout, muscular right-hander. Throws gas. All right, so Edwards goes 2 innings and gets us to the 9th. He's going to come in right here. We got Orlando Arcia. Arcia, boy, I tell you, the Braves don't have a lot coming off the bench. Just not a lot there. These 2 guys are as good as it gets, and so we're going to stick with this lineup. It's going to be Arcia, Luplow, and back to the top of the order with Acuna. Top of the 9th inning, Braves need 3 to tie. Not impossible. A 25 to a -2. And that's going to be a fly ball out to right field. Hustling to the line is going to be the right fielder Thomas, and he'll make the play right on the line. And that's out number 1 as Arcia goes down for the 4th time. Luplow over 2. He did walk in his last at bat. He was stranded at first base. 24, 372. He's pitching out of this column here, by the way. So 24 to a 5 is going to be a strikeout. So Luplow goes down swinging. 3 Ks on the day. Not a good start for him. Acuna stands in a 45, and look at that. He gets one down the middle, and he hammers it to left center field. this is home run number 2 for Ronald Acuna on the same roll of 45. That's going to drive him in every time. As Acuna keeps the Braves alive and in the game, he's got 2 home runs and 2 RBIs. Brings up Ozzie Albies of 46. 46 for Albies, who is 0 for 3. But here a 46 is going to be a strikeout as he swings over the top of it, and that's going to be out number 3. So Finnegan comes in and gives up a run, but he does close it out, and the final in this one is going to be Braves 2 and Nats 4. So 4-2 winner for the Nationals as they salvage 1 out of this 3-game set, and they can lead with their heads held high. They beat Charlie Morton in this one, and Dylan Lee goes 2 innings. So Finnegan goes 1 for the save, and Gore is going to be the winner. We get a hold here. We get a loss here from Morton, and Lee is nothing. So that's going to be our game. Nice game for Ronald Acuna Jr., 2 home runs, 2 RBIs. Excellent game here from Garcia, who was 2 for 3 with a run driven in. A run scoring double for Dickerson. We had a home run from Joey Meneses. So a little bit of everything for the Nats. And again, this is using our 2023 projected roster sheets, which you can pick up at onbasebaseball.com. Onbasebaseball.com. You'll get the game engine chart. You'll get this scorecard, and you'll get all of the projected roster sheets for you to use. So it's all there for you to use, pre-play the season or just play it as the season comes. I'm thinking about releasing another an update just before opening day. Just you never know who's gonna wind up being on the roster and all that kind of stuff. So if that comes out, I'll do that for sure. And that'll come for free. You won't have to purchase it again. It'll just be an update that you can get. All right, I think that's it from here. If you haven't subscribed, click subscribe. If you click the little bell icon, you'll be notified when new videos come out. And if you like this video, click the like button, the little thumbs up. That's super helpful to let Google know that this is good, high-quality content. And join us on Facebook. Got a Facebook group. Pay attention on YouTube for updates, new things coming out about the game or any other games that I'm working on. And yeah, I'll take this moment to cross-promote a new game that I have, and it's called The Game of Dice Baseball, which is it's going to be rooted really in the 70s, 80s, 60s. Going to do a lot of seasons there, a lot of 70s seasons already, and a couple in the 60s. So super fun, easy, kind of old school, very traditional dice baseball game, not with the advanced stats like this, but real easy roller and super simple to play. Also with contextualized game engine charts, similar to the on-base gameplay, but definitely with older seasons in mind. So you can get that at thegameofdicebaseball.com. Thegameofdicebaseball.com. Got several seasons already produced, with more on the way. Just released 1967. Great season, one of the great seasons of that sort of 50s to 70s era. And a really great race, especially if you're a Red Sox fan. That was a good one. Or if you're a Cardinal fan, that was a great team as well. I think that's it from here. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down in the comment section. I'll get to them as quickly as I can. And I appreciate your support of all the games that I put out, especially On Base. And I think this is sort of the flagship game, but definitely still producing more variations of Dice Baseball. And so pay attention and see what's happening there. All right, that's it from here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.